We all hope to age gracefully so we can enjoy our later years full of energy, vitality, and good health. But so often, with age, our bodies start to show signs that things just aren't as they used to be. Our energy, skin, healing and recovery time, sleep, it all just seems to go downhill. Unless you're using LifeWave. Since 2004, LifeWave has been delivering its amazing life-enhancing technology to people across the world, always helping the body do what it was designed to do, only better. And as it turns out, the best was yet to come. David Schmidt, our founder, creative force, and world-class inventor behind LifeWave technology, has recently achieved something in the field of regenerative science with a single LifeWave patch that researchers worldwide, spending years and billions of dollars, could not. Introducing LifeWave X39, the world's first product ever to activate stem cells. A true breakthrough in regenerative science that helps restore our bodies to a healthier, more youthful state in a way no other product can. The secret? By harnessing the power of LifeWave's patented phototherapy, X39 uses light to elevate a peptide proven to signal the activation of stem cells. Think about it. These are the cells that generate and regenerate all the cells and structures of the human body. They're the building blocks for our organs, tissues, blood, and immune system. They also serve as an internal repair system everywhere. But as we age, stem cells become less effective. Their ability to repair damaged tissue is reduced. In fact, by age 60, they've slowed dramatically. But all that changes when just one LifeWave X39 patch is placed anywhere on the body each day. Instead of older and less effective stem cells, X39 supports the production of younger and healthier stem cells. This amazing level of control over your vitality and well-being was simply not possible, let alone this easy, until now. And the best part? Like all LifeWave patches, X39 is safe, non-invasive, and incredibly cost-effective. Look what people are saying about LifeWave X39. Backed by clinical studies, multiple patents, and 20 years of development, any one of these benefits would be impressive. But X39 is so effective, it can influence everything about your body. How you look, feel, perform, and heal. It's time you experience the power of X39. Live long, live well, live younger. Experience the power of LifeWave today. We all hope to...
A life empowered is closer than you think. We're all looking for a better way. Reimagine what's next with a new sense of exuberance. Why not power on like you mean it? Or power off blissfully? A better sleep is a better awake. You've never moved like this before. With the energy nature intended. Imagine reprogramming the way you look at the speed of science, at longevity, at exhilaration. It's next level rejuvenation. Take control of your well-being from the inside out and outside in. The light within is ready to ignite. Be the light. LifeWave. You are a powerhouse of growth, of new experiences. You just don't know it yet. Let's change that, shall we? With innovation at our core, we've reimagined what's possible. Harnessing the body's natural energy flow with light. Backed by clinical research, X39 stimulates the skin with low levels of light to elevate a key peptide linked to renovating and rejuvenating the body. This life technology supports improved movement, recovery, and overall health and well-being. You are Generation Awesome. Shifting paradigms and creating new ones. We always knew you had it in you. Now it's time to prove it to yourself. Your adventures are only beginning. Discover the power and simplicity of doing more with X39. Be the light. LifeWave. An empowered life has no expiration date. We're all created to do incredible things, like conquer summits, catch big waves, and live our passions. As time goes on, our bodies begin to show signs that things just aren't as they used to be. Our energy levels decline, sleep patterns shift, and recovery slows. But our bodies are masterpieces of design, holding the potential to bounce back better than ever. With X39, we achieved something remarkable in the field of wellness and regenerative science that others could not. By utilizing LifeWave's unique patented technology, X39 uses light to elevate GHKCU, a copper peptide known to support overall health and wellness. Unlike traditional light therapy, which requires external light sources, X39 uses the body's own infrared light to naturally increase vitality, enhancing the body's flow of natural energy. For improvements in strength, stamina, performance, and overall health and well-being, with the simplicity of an affordable, non-invasive, non-transdermal patch. As we age, levels of these life-enhancing elements, which are associated with wellness and longevity, begin to decline. LifeWave invested 10 years into stem cell research, which resulted in over 70 patents. X39 was born to bring to the public a product that can support wellness in an entirely new way, supporting the production of younger, healthier cells with wearable light technology. Becoming a powerhouse is easier than you think. Harness your body's natural potential to maintain youthful energy and vitality, because life comes at you fast, but it doesn't have to pass you by. Live long, live well, live young. Be the light with LifeWave X39. LifeWave.
Imagine if you were part of the solution instead of the problem. Imagine if you had the power to help those in need and could erase the pain of others. Imagine if people expected us to be there when disaster hit. LifeWave family members have repeatedly met the call of those in need. Whether it is to provide pain relief, a better night's sleep, or just to have the face of someone that cares, a LifeWave member has been there.
And whether donating regularly to the Red Cross over the years, or more recently with the Convoy of Hope, which jumped in immediately to help those in need after Hurricane Helene, LifeWave has always been there as well.
What happened at the beginning of all this is that we did a conference in Las Vegas, and it was a hugely successful conference. We had almost 2,000 people there for our very first one. We had 40 speakers that came in, professional athletes, professional coaches, Olympic coaches, and a fellow by the name of Thomas Burke approached me and said, you know, this is so phenomenal. I'm so proud to be a member of this company. As you know, there was just a hurricane off the coast of Florida. Have you thought about starting a program to give back? And it was at that minute I realized that when a company becomes successful, you have an obligation to help those in need and give back to those that are less fortunate. So we raised, I think it was $50,000 in relief effort for the Red Cross at that very first event. The members that we have in our community globally are absolutely extraordinary people. They have always been there to help those in need. So we had a situation in Australia where there were the bushfires, and there were LifeWave members that were there to give back and provide financial assistance, patch people, provide medical aid. We've had victims of earthquakes in Indonesia, earthquake in Italy, of course, multiple hurricanes, and LifeWave members have always been there personally to provide medical aid and assistance. The frustrating part for me is that these are people that need help now, not in a couple of weeks. They need help now. And so it was these type of incidents where I began to think that I would like to have the capability to provide medical aid, provide relief effort to people within a 24-hour period.
David took that frustration, channeled that energy toward a very positive solution designed to provide medical aid and relief supplies to people in need within 24 hours. The solution? A drone of all things, with attributes and capabilities unmatched in today's world of unmanned aircraft.
This drone can take off and land from virtually anywhere, carry a higher payload, and fly longer than any other drone in its class, and provide very valuable medical aid or search and rescue operations that other drones can't provide. We're achieving remarkable results in terms of payload and endurance. As a matter of fact, there's no other company in the world that can touch us.
Unveiled to the LifeWave community at our annual conference in 2022, a plan is already in place for a fleet of LifeWave humanitarian drones to come off the assembly line as early as late fall 2025. This is giving back on an epic scale.
With the patch technology, we accomplish things that no other company was able to accomplish, and the same thing is true about the drone. So we're going to be forging a new path forward for our community with new technology that's life-changing, that's world-changing, and we have an unbelievably great future ahead of us. And I'm more excited now about the future of LifeWave than ever before.
We are on the LifeWave 20th anniversary incentive trip around the Greek Isles, and we are having the time of our lives.
Every time I see you, I'm caught up in the feeling.
People are coming from every part of the world, Europe, Asia, America. When we are all together here, we are just one big family.
We are just bonding and having such joy and closeness and so much love, feeling the enrichment of the bonds of real relationships that are precious to me.
You know, LifeWave is about love, and you got to feel that, experience that. And the only way you're going to feel that is to be with each other, and we've got to enjoy that this week.
Every time I see you, I'm caught up in your magic.
The Greek islands are just beyond beautiful, with all the blue water, the white buildings, the blue tops. I mean, it's just such a unique place.
The food, the taste, the smells, the air, the water, so much for the eyes to take in, for the heart and soul to experience here. So these are memories of a lifetime being made. I'm so grateful.
We're here in Athens. We're having a blast. Thank you, LifeWave. We're so grateful to be here.
Dream come true, and we're travel free, having fun. Look at these beautiful things behind us.
ライフウェーブを通じて今までも一つ一つ夢が叶ってきましたけれども、まさかこういった形で会社から自分の夢を形にしてもらえるとは思ってませんでした。本当に感謝してます。ありがとうございます。
It's a good place to gain more and strengthen up your business, who you are as a person, and how you're going to continue to build your LifeWave business.
The trips are literally a priceless experience. You want to commit to getting yourself locked in on the next incentive trip. It'll change your life, it'll change your business.
Are you ready to celebrate?
Happy anniversary, everybody.
celebration 20 years in the making, packed into one epic weekend. A personal journey, powered by revolutionary technology. More energy. Timeless vitality. Lasting longevity. Now is the time to share the light.
Well, enough directors, congratulations.
Thank you for coming to the LifeWave Global Conference. It was lit. We're already dreaming about next year. California dreaming.
LifeWave Global Conference, Anaheim, California, Fall 2025. Registration is now open. Be the light. LifeWave.
Hey, let's go.
Well, hi there, and welcome to LifeWave's global headquarters. 世界中の何百万もの人々にとって、ライフウェブは希望を象徴し、真実と光の灯台を象徴しています。
It's one of those things where you have to be there to understand the magnitude of what you experience when you walk in.
It literally is giving me goosebumps.
Like, it's just mesmerizing.
All I can say is, wow.
You felt like you were on a journey in outer space, just simply amazing.
What an incredible, breathtaking experience.
I cannot believe what I saw, but I saw it.
Whoever you bring here, they will be sold.
The genius and the vision and the work that went into this was absolutely amazing.
It's just honestly mind-blowing to see the technology, the evolution of this company.
The sky's the limit. That's all I can say.
I'm just speechless. It was so beautiful. I don't even know what to say.
This is the most exciting, jaw-dropping presentation I've ever experienced.
Okay. Hello, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Super Wednesday with me, Mr. Alfred, Mr. Lingam, and Pochu. And we are always glad to be back every single Wednesday. If you guys are here for the first time, could you type in the chat box 111 so that we can welcome you properly? All right, welcome, guys. Okay. So for those of you who have been with us, this could serve as a refresher for all of you because learning is continuous, right? And every time we listen to a presentation, we may pick something up that we do not know. So to be able to do this effectively, you can ask questions towards the end of Alfred's presentation, okay? And then we will answer your questions accordingly. So I would like to introduce our very prominent speaker, Mr. Alfred Lee. He is no stranger to our LifeWave community as he has done a lot of work for us. Yeah. So then he is very helpful and he always answers questions in the community, right? So these are the people that we would like to have. And by doing so, everybody should also increase their knowledge in terms of health. Yeah. So then we know what to do accordingly. We won't be so scared when we actually visit the doctors and hear what they say. Yeah. So doctors are there to save lives, right? So what we do really after that is really entirely up to us. Yeah. So let's be responsible for our own health and take fate, take control. Okay. So Mr. Alfred Lee actually was a GM in a heavy machinery company for 20 over years. Yeah. So he always say this, I have a wife, a Lamborghini, and also a Ferrari at home. Yeah. So he says so frequently, I also can remember. Okay. So this is something that I really salute him because he quit his high-paying job that was sending him internationally for work and came into LifeWave just like that, like just drop everything and started LifeWave. Amazing, yeah. So I know that even with the heavy commitment that he has, with loans of two Lamborghini and Ferrari, he managed to do that as well. Yeah, and he's doing very well. So I won't spill the beans. Let's welcome him by typing in the chat box 333 to welcome Mr. Alfred. Yeah, he has something very, very exciting for us tonight. Okay, so Alfred, the floor is yours. Please take it away.
Wow. As usual, amazing MC work again. I always like to work with Chin Hua. He's an amazing guy, very humble, always smiling, always very positive. And yeah, the only thing left is to go on a LifeWave trip together with him, man. I've not done that yet, but let's try. Okay, so tonight I will actually talk about something that is synonymous with everyone. Okay, it's degeneration, and I will tell you why as we journey upon insights that I have discovered in my 2 years of being with LifeWave. Of course, I'm not a medical professional, but I went through science stream and I think I understand a little bit about science. And tonight I will be sharing and spilling the beans, like what Chin Hua say, about understanding your health. We need to discover and understand more of our health. And basically, I will finish off with how do we manage pain, right? So without any further ado, let me try and share my slides and we shall be on our way. Okay, I always like to start off with a disclaimer, and I normally will read this disclaimer for everyone, right? So LifeWave products are for general wellness and actually intended only to maintain or encourage a general state of health or healthy activity. Now, the content provided by us here is presented in summary form, is general in nature, and is provided for informational purposes only. Please, as usual, always consult your physician or other qualified healthcare provider before starting or embarking on a new health regimen, diet, or fitness program. Please also do not disregard any medical advice you have received or delay in seeking it. Now, LifeWave reserves the right to change product prices or selection. So without any further ado, the LifeWave disclaimer has gotten out of the way. So let's, get ourselves started. So I always tell people, I always feel that everything starts with a 1. Without 1, everything is 0. What is that 1 that is so important? According to what I understand, the 1 is health. Without health, there is no family, there is no money because you will not be able to make money, and you will not have any dreams because all the dreams would be in a hospital bed together with you, right? So without 1, I always say everything else is 0, right? Come to think of it, this is actually very true. And there are 3 pillars of health. Now, number 1 is the nutrition. When we talk about the minerals, we talk about protein, we talk about vitamins. Those are the raw ingredients that our body needs in order to build more tissue, in order to build more blood, in order to build more neurons, nerve cells, and things like that. Now, the second pillar is, of course, exercise. Now, when we talk about cardio, fitness, the marathon, sprinting like Usain Bolt, and we talk about resistance training, okay? You go to the gym. I'm sure most of you sign up gym members. I have tried signing up gym members, but end up not even going for one session. My goodness, okay? We try to go to the fitness center. We try to lift heavy weights. We exercise. We go on a cycle. We try to do cardio exercise. And why is exercise important? Have you asked yourself or not? Is it because everybody is joining the gym? You will also join the gym. And when you are in the gym, you're so occupied looking at beautiful girls in their leotards. So we need to ask ourselves, why is exercise important? Now, when we talk about body circulatory system, there are 2 major parts. Number 1 is called the blood circulation. And the second part is actually the lymphatic circulation. Now, we talk about blood circulation. It has a pressure coming from the pumping of the heart, right? We all know that. So the blood can be circulated. But however, when you look at lymphatic system, there is no pump. The heart does not pump anything to the lymphatic system. There is no pumping from the heart. So in order for you to circulate, the lymphatic drainage system have to be through movement, right? So this is why exercise is very important to ensure the body's immunity is intact. Now, most people talk about nutrition. Most people talk about exercise, but not many people talk about organ function, right? So before I joined LifeWave, I actually do not know there is a 3rd pillar of health, right? But many people do not talk about organ function. Now, one simple question to everyone here tonight. If I ask you, how is your digestion? How is your absorption? How is your excretion? Can you tell me? Most people, they cannot answer. They look at me blank, right? So most people answer me like this, I think my digestion is okay. My appetite is okay. Every time I eat, I can go poo. Sometimes I feel a little bit of acid reflux and gastric lah, but then maybe the acid is too much, or sometimes maybe I feel a little bloated. So you can see the kind of awareness that is in our society, what they have, what little knowledge they have on our organ function. Health is still lacking. Now you can talk about nutrition supplements, you talk about food supplements, you talk about organic food. Wow, now very famous, huh? Wow, you can go and look for organic shop, go and look for organic food. But most people know about this, right? When you talk about exercise, oh, you do not have enough exercise. People say, oh, you must exercise more. Maybe you try to exercise more, they say, you know. They can actually like sign up anytime fitness lah, True Fitness lah. They go to fitness centers like what I said just now. They hire professional trainers some more. So when you do not have nutrition, you know how to add on nutrition, correct? You take chicken and all, right? But when you do not have exercise, you know how to add on exercise. But when we come to organ function, do you know how to enhance your organ function or not? Don't know, right? Initially, I also don't know. And to make matters worse, is that when you pass the organ function, the organ dysfunction system, this problem is when your doctors tell you that this issue you have, what will they do? When they find out that you have organ function problem, what do they do? If you got digestion issue, what do they do? I'm sure all of you have heard Chin Hua sharing on his leaky gut stings, right? So what do you do actually? You take antacid, Gaviscon, right? So when you have absorption issue, they advise you to take probiotic or prebiotic. And you know, that was what Chin Hua did for 10 years. So now he got fed up of it. I don't think he does that anymore. So when you have excretion or constipation issue, the doctors will ask you to take laxative medicine, right? So all these issues are not to enhance the organ function, but to suppress the symptoms. Now, have you ever wondered why in this century we have so many nutritional supplements, we have so many exercise gyms, so many different kinds of exercise regime? You know, brisk walking lah, you have watches that measure 10,000 steps for you, 12,000 steps for you, yet we are getting more and more incurable diseases. Why? It is because all these incurable diseases originated from degeneration problems. Degeneration of what? Degeneration of our organs. So I want to make it very clear, if you want to be a healthy person, even to live up to 70, 80, 90 or 120, which I think our former PM is going towards, he's I think 105 now, with a very healthy energy level, you need to place more focus on your organ function. Okay? So I started learning about health during my secondary school days. And for the past 20 odd years, I can say whatever people are doing is concentrated on nutrition and exercise. But now you can see that the shift in the market towards enhancing the organ functions. And LifeWave is the only company out there that I see providing a more holistic solution in terms of enhancing the cellular energy level. And most important thing is to activate our stem cells production. Now, tonight we are going to talk about you. Okay? Which organ function matters the most and what are the things we can do in order to rejuvenate and repair our organ function. Okay? Now, we want to know about our internal organ function. So let me use this photo or this diagram to illustrate to you. Now, I want to build new muscles. So what do I have to do? I have to take more protein, right? I have to take fishes for my protein. So this stage is number 1, protein ingestion. Top left on the diagram. When the protein is being broken down into amino acids by our stomach acids, okay, it then goes to our small intestines, ready to be absorbed. This stage, number 3, amino acid absorption. Now, when the amino acid is absorbed into our bloodstream, it goes to stage number 4. Amino acids will be transported by our blood, circulatory system into our vital organs. Now, in our case, the amino acids will be utilized by our bodies to build new muscles. This is known as myogenesis. Okay, so there's one thing that, everybody used to say, you are what you eat, right? So the kinds of amino acid that you use to build your body is exactly the same amino acid that you ingest, means you eat. So if you use the 3 pillar of health just now I showed you to analyze this diagram number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Number 1 is under nutrition. Now, below number 2 is organ function, protein in digestion. Okay, let us take a look at the common illnesses lah. Okay, now, like I said, below number 2 is organ function. Below number 3 is organ function, and below number 4 is basically also organ function. Now, building muscles is also organ function. So, which one is more important? In order for you to enhance your health, you really start improving your nutrition or to improve your organ function? Based on this diagram, okay, now you actually take a look. Number 1 is nutrition, I said. Number 2 is organ function. Number 3 is organ function. Number 4 is also organ function. Right? It is already very clear. To make you even clearer about the importance of organ function, let's look at the common illnesses or the common chronic diseases that we see today. Okay? Acid reflux, bloating. A lot of people go through this, right? A lot of people tell you, I got heartburn sensation because I got a lot of stomach acid reflux lah. If I feel something not right, I feel very, very bloated, right? And I feel I have digestion issues, right? So do you have friends who have diarrhea problems? If they eat something wrong, immediately they have to rush to the toilet. You have, right? Now, do you have friends, even when they have eaten a lot of good food, yet they find it so difficult to gain weight? I think this person inside here tonight knows who am I talking about. Very difficult for him to gain weight, Okay, all these are due to absorption problems. So do you have friends who are suffering from vascular damage, including heart blockages? Do you have friends suffering from muscle loss? One side of the body has normal muscles, but the other side of the body, the muscles start shrinking. So what is more important now? Is it nutrition or is it organ function? Now, let me emphasize, if you want to take care of your organ function, the most important area to take care is digestion. All right? Now, because you can have a very good absorption system, you can have a very good transportation system, but your digestion is no good, all these things doesn't really matter. Now, I'm not saying that nutrition is not important, all right? It is important, but in today's context, it is something that we have to worry about, right? We have to worry about internal organ function, and that is where LifeWave shines. right? How can we harness the technology of this photobiomodulation with the activation of stem cells in order to repair our organ functions? Okay, one thing I notice, when your organs can function better or function younger, automatically your energy will be better. Automatically, you will also look younger. So let us enhance our body function with this technology. Now, next, we talk about how to repair or even reverse aging of our organ function. So that's when the insides of us gets younger and our outsides will show, right? Now, we are going to talk about how to repair or even reverse aging of our internal organ functions. So every one of us have two types of age. Number one is the chronological age. Number two is biological age. So to put it very simply, chronological age means how old you are. Let's say I am 50 plus, but you look like 40 plus. That is look, which, it means biological age, right? Do you have friends who are 50 years old, okay, but they look like 60 years old? So in order to return from 60 years old, okay, back to 50 years old, this is called anti-aging. Okay, you need to repair the internal organ function to reflect who you are on the outside. However, are you going to compromise your look exactly or to look exactly like what age you should, maybe when you reach 90 years old? Do you want to look like 90 years old, or do you want to look like 60 years old, or maybe you look like 50 years old? The kind of vitality that you have, even at the age of 90, is still equivalent to that age when you were 50. So from 50 to return or even reverse back to 35 years old, we call this reverse aging. Now, to give you an example, if today your car battery is flat, your car cannot start. In order for you to start the car, you need energy, right? In order for you to start the engine, you need energy, right? Okay, so when you talk about anti-aging, the key element is how to increase your cellular energy in such a way that your body can utilize this additional amount of energy to repair the organ function, like the jumpstart kit. Now, however, this engine that you already jumpstart, it will start to move. But this is a 30 years old engine, you know. No matter how good you take care of the engine, it's still going to spew a lot of black smoke because it is already old, wear and tear, right? So what you need is to try to go inside to replace the spare parts inside, correct? So to remove and replace the gas pipe, to remove and replace maybe the water pipe or the water pump in a car, that work you do, and to do this kind of replacement with a new spare parts for the engine, or rather in your body, is done by stem cells. Okay? So, which means to say, today you want to look younger than you were. Firstly, you need to have enough energy to achieve anti-aging, right? Then, when you have enough of stem cells to reverse your age, if you look at the wellness market right now, in general, they are divided into two markets. The first market is about anti-aging, right? A lot of fruit juice, a lot of supplements, a lot of energy therapeutic products like garments, pants, and we talk about reverse aging. is all about stem cells injection. Okay? Right? PRP, you talk about placenta. Oh, LifeWave X39 has the best part of both worlds. Okay? The injection, the placenta, the supplements and all. LifeWave has the best of both worlds. Okay? So, moving forward, I am actually very, very confident. I think most people that are in LifeWave now are very, very confident to guarantee you, I use the word guarantee here, you will not find a second product that can give you the energy and at the same time activate your stem cells to receive and receive. This product has received over 200 patents. Okay, so let me do a recap. If today we want to make ourselves look younger, to be younger, number one, you need to repair your deteriorating body system, correct? You need energy, okay? Secondly, you need enough stem cells in order to reverse your age and look younger than you are. These are two key elements already being taken care of by LifeWave. Okay, these are taken care of by LifeWave, but there is still one very important element. Do you know what element is that? You already have energy, you already have stem cells, and it is already taken care by LifeWave X39. There is another very important element. What is it? Who knows? If you know the answer, can you type into the chat box or not? Let me see. Anybody knows or not? Sleep. Okay. Sleep is important, but it is not everything. Okay. Now, let me tell you lah. Okay. The most important factor, element is time. I can give you the best phone. Okay. I can give you the best charger. But if you don't give me the time to charge your phone can never be charged. So who is the person that can give us this time to repair the functions, to reverse the aging? It is you, yourself. Okay? So no matter how good is the product, we still need you to give us some time and also give your body more chances to go into the deeper structure, to rejuvenate and to reverse aging. Your body's organ function, although most of the people, when they join, they can come in as a core package. It is because you want to use the minimum, we want you to use the minimum amount of money to enjoy this technology before you tell everyone, oh, I have new hope. I have new dreams. I can now age gracefully. Only then you continue to upgrade your packages. Continue to use LifeWave X39 to see bigger changes. Okay? But we cannot feel our skin growing, you know. We can't feel our hair growing. So all improvements, you know, that is given by X39, you can feel. So the best way to document the changes is to give yourself a proof. And this is to take picture. Because ultimately, our skin complexion is a mirror of how healthy our body's internal organ functions are. So if you look at Jinlong's skin, I think his internal organ functions are amazing. So remember to take photo 30 days later, take another photo to really look at the changes. I'm sure you'll be very, very surprised for this best decision that you have ever made in your life. Okay, now look at what is happening, and this is how you can help yourself. Okay, so what we want to learn about is energy and what is phototherapy. Okay, So scientists define energy as the ability to do work. As we grow older, our cells grow older and the ability to produce energy is reduced. As the energy reduces, the ability to do work also reduces. So the organ functions degenerate. And this is the reason why we want to repair our organ functions and we have to improve the energy at our cellular level. So how do we quantify energy? Okay, energy is quantified by frequency. As the frequency gets higher, the energy also increases. So today, we are talking about in the wellness market, there are many energy-based products. We have products on terahertz-based product. This is 10 to the power of 12. Okay, and in this region, we have products like infrared mattresses. Within this region also, there is a radio wave. Radio wave is an energy. Microwave is an energy. Infrared is an energy. UV ray, X-ray, gamma ray, all these are energies. However, in the wellness market today, this is the restriction to terahertz, infrared, visible light, UV, maybe because some people use UV as a way to kill germs. So when it comes to wellness market, we are limited. We have limited ourselves to this area. So what is the reason LifeWave specializes within the visible light region? Now, let me tell you what it is. Visible light frequency is the language of our human body. So what is phototherapy? In a nutshell, it means that any frequency within the visible light region that we use for a therapeutic effect is called phototherapy. Okay? So for example, when I say visible light frequency speaks to our body language, do you agree? Now, today, let's say you go to a red light district area, say Geylang in Singapore. We see red light. We do not see blue light or green light because red color, the frequency of red color will make our bodies increase adrenaline. It makes us all excited. Okay? But when you go to a hospital, the walls are painted in light blue or white color. When you look at the blue ocean, you feel relaxed because the color blue reduces our stress hormone. And if you remember when we are young, I remember when I'm young, my mother always asked me she always say, you better look at more green color if you don't want to wear spectacles, right? So why must it be green color? Why not yellow color? Right? Because green color can actually regulate our organ function. If you go to a beauty salon, ladies, if you ask for whitening therapy, they might suggest you to go under the yellow LED light. It's a therapy because yellow color can increase your body's antioxidant and have whitening effects. So you see, if we can find a frequency, all right, within the visible light region, it can affect chemical reactions inside the body. Whereas the light waves length like gamma ray, infrared ray, UV ray, they cannot do this, Okay, so this is why LifeWave focus on the visible light region because this is where light can speak directly to our body. So if red color can give us vitality, if blue color can give us relaxation, green color can regulate organ function, yellow color can, increase antioxidant. If you compare LifeWave's products, the product to improve energy enhancer is red color. Aeon is blue color. Okay, relax. SP6 is green color, regulates organ function. Now, after using SP6, you can see the green color all the number become positive. It means that SP6 can help our body to regulate the psychological function of the organ or physiological function of the organ. In simple form, our organs simply get healthier. So when we talk about increasing antioxidant with glutathione, yellow color improves glutathione levels. So a different kind or type of frequency within the visible light region can actually give us a different type of effect. Okay, so can I also isolate, or can we also isolate some of the frequency within the visible light region so that they can enhance or increase our stem cells? Can, right? So this is X39. But of course, this is a trade secret. Okay, we can't tell you what frequency LifeWave is using. Actually, we don't know. I don't know, right? So now, whatever claims that LifeWave has made for our products, okay, is backed by science. There are over 80 clinical studies and more than 200 global patents. All right, you can check it out yourself. You can go to USPTO website, check out your patent number. Then this is a screenshot directly in the USPTO website. You can check it out. Find out yourself, convince yourself. So this is an abstract from one of the patents. All right, a variable phototherapy apparatus, activation of stem cells by a non-transdermal container. Okay, so this is the USPTO website. You can go and search, right? And, this LifeWave is actually a variable phototherapy apparatus, activation of stem cells by a non-transdermal container, and elevates GHK copper. But sometimes I receive questions, or there are people who ask me, it is very easy to secure patents, okay? So having a lot of patents doesn't mean anything, and that the product is functional. Well, I would say this is not a very wise question. So let me try and answer and guide everyone here tonight. Okay, looking at the WIPO website extract. Okay, so first of all, what kind of invention will be protected, or can you apply for a patent number? Number one, it must have an element of novelty. Second, it could not be obviously deduced by a person having ordinary skill in a relevant technical field. It means that LifeWave, using phototherapy technology via a patch to activate stem cells, is the first of a kind in the world. Okay, number three, the invention must be capable of industrial application, meaning that it must be capable of being used for an industrial or business purpose beyond a mere theoretical phenomenon, or be useful. In another words, I can easily go to China, let's say, print 2 pieces of white paper, use a cellophane tape and put the white paper in between the cellophane tape and say that this activates stem cell. Can I just directly go and use that thing to apply for a patent and say to everybody that this product really activates stem cells without any clinical studies or proven theories? No, right? So this is the power of patent for everyone's knowledge tonight, right? Patents are very strong evidence that LifeWave products not only went through a very robust scientific research. Okay, so moving on. Now, we are laden with age-related disease, and we are all aging. We have a disease from since birth that we cannot escape. Okay, 80% of older adults have at least one chronic disease, and 77 at least 2, right? overall 80% of older and middle-aged adults experience chronic pain. And 43% of all adults suffer adverse health from stress. 70% experience physical and mental symptoms of stress. So stress can have a significant impact on stem cells. It kills stem cells, affecting their division, differentiation, and function. Wow. Okay. So when you are under stress, many of us will suffer pain. Chronic pain affects 1.5 billion people around the world. Okay. So 20% of adults worldwide suffer from chronic pain. Chronic pain means pain that is lasting from 3 to 6 months or more, right? In Malaysia, 7% of general adults population experience persistent pain, affecting nearly 1 million people, or rather 82% reporting, interference in daily activities. Okay. Now, 8.7% of adults in Singapore report chronic pain. The rates increase sharply with age. Okay. So, this is an alarming study which I came across that I wanted to share with everyone here tonight. Okay. So, what are the types of pain? Number 1 is acute pain. Number 2, chronic pain. Number 3, radiating pain. Number 4, referred pain. And, number 5, nociceptive pain. And basically, number 6, you will have neuropathic pain. Okay, these are all the different types of pain. Now, how do we feel pain? When injury happens, there is an immediate release of oxidative chemical to suppress bacterial infection. So here is what happens next. The damaged tissue sends pain signals through the nerves of the spinal cord, and the spinal cord passes the signal up to the brain. Now the brain says, uh-oh, it's injured and there is pain. So the brain processes the signal and recognizes the pain. Now, when you take pain relief drugs like ibuprofen or paracetamol, these items work by blocking or reducing this signal, making you feel less pain. But LifeWave have patches that support pain relief with non-transdermal technology. Okay, the patches that support pain relief are IceWave, Aeon, X39, and additionally, to a certain extent, carnosine and glutathione. All right. So, LifeWave technology, we have 13 clinical studies available at your back office under the resource tab. Okay. So, IceWave is an amazing patch that actually helps with pain relief. It offers an alternative approach to pain management without side effects. All right. And IceWave patches are not designed to block pain signal at the nerve level, but the patches actually stimulate specific points on the skin to help manage pain and inflammation. Amazing technology, right? So this is a testimony of a LifeWave brand partner. When he patched the IceWave, pain was gone within 2 minutes from his frozen shoulder, right? So these are the benefits of IceWave. Number 1, it is safe and natural pain relief management. Number 2, it can be used for the whole body as well as for localized pain. And this IceWave is fast acting. Now I got to apologize. This is not Panadol Actifast. No doubt this icon is Panadol Actifast. I borrowed lah. Okay. So IceWave is actually fast acting rapid pain relief. Okay. and it is non-addictive. Most importantly, non-addictive, right? And it is very convenient and easy to use. You just patch and the pain goes down within seconds. Like I shared just now, the technology is patented and it is most importantly non-toxic, non-transdermal, and non-invasive, meaning at least when you use the product, you know that your kidneys and your livers do not go through the extra stress of having to detox the chemical substance you have taken from medication. All right. So these are the steps for pain management that you can help your friend. First, assess the pain. Number 2, identify the pain location with one finger. Then number 3, determine the duration. Number 4, check physical signs. Number 5, you can apply ice wave or just now Aeon, it works as well. X39 works as well. Then you have them drink water because they need to stay hydrated. And number 7, reassess the pain level. Ask, has the pain reduced? You know, from 10 to what number now? Then enhance pain relief if needed. You can actually add another pair of ice wave or combine with Aeon or X39 for additional relief, right? So these are some of the ice wave placement guides that you can do, okay, for localized pain. Okay, you can actually, for the details, you can actually get back to the person who brought you into this Zoom call. I'm sure they'll be more than happy to show you how to patch. Okay, so these are some of the clinical studies. In 2015, a study confirmed that YH Aeon patches produce a relaxing effect as soon as 20 minutes after placement. So these are the clinical studies by doctors, done by doctors on YH Aeon. So just now I mentioned, you can, instead of only use ice wave, you can also add on Aeon and X39, right? So the benefits of Aeon, it is clinically proven to reduce stress. Remember I shared earlier, stress will actually sometimes induce pain, yeah? So it is also clinically proven to decrease inflammation in the body. It promotes relaxation, and some people call YH Aeon as a happy patch. Okay, it eliminates mental fatigue, increases physical strength, and it has anti-aging effect. Okay, now this is the testimonial of a dog. We can look at the thermal distribution of this dog that has returned to normal only after 20 minutes of Aeon. Now, this indicates a massive normalization of the autonomous nervous system, meaning pain reduced. Amazing, right? So, LifeWave has actually gone through 20 years of research and development, right? Now, in 2018, David Smith created his best ever invention that we are using today. It is launched in 2019. That's the LifeWave X39 patch. So let's take a look at what benefits are when you use the X39 patch. Besides boosting vitality and overall health and wellness, the X39 helps relieve minor aches and pains, improves mental clarity, again, manage inflammation, wound healing, supports wound healing, improve energy flow and stimulates production of stem cells via the activation on the production of GHK copper in the body. And when your body produces more stem cells, the byproduct of stem cells production is collagen. That is when sometimes you will feel that your joint pains will lessen down because there are more collagen now in your body. All right. So it improves skin appearance and it helps you sleep better. Okay. So normally we actually advise people to have this combo, meaning to use X39 together with Aeon. X39 to use it in the morning and Aeon to use it at night. Okay, why? Because when you use X39, X39 elevates GHK copper peptide and it supports healthy stem cells production. It is clinically proven to enhance overall vitality and health. Now, we use Aeon to reduce inflammation in the body so that the stem cells will be able to survive longer to do its work as intended, right? Because inflammation in the body will kill off stem cells very fast. Aeon also promotes relaxation. So why this combo? This is the analogy that we learned from Jinlong, okay? So let's see if your house is on fire. During a fire, the fireman actually put out the fire. You need the fireman to put out a fire before the doctors can help the victims, right? So stem cells are actually drawn to the site of inflammation to heal damaged tissues. But unmanaged inflammation will also kill stem cells, right? Like I mentioned just now, to allow stem cells to survive longer and to do the work that they need to do, meaning to repair and regenerate your body, we must first reduce the inflammation, okay? So that your stem cells produced in the body survives long enough and travels around the body to do the work. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the foods that may trigger joint pains, all right, that you need to avoid. Number one is nuts, especially peanuts. Number two, tomatoes and other nightshade vegetables. Number three, tea, because tea contains tannin, and tannin can bind to minerals like calcium, which makes it harder for the body to absorb. Okay, and normally refined carbohydrates and sugary drinks, because both of these types of food can cause spikes in blood sugar. Okay, and sugar will cause inflammation and joint pain. Refined carbs, meaning processed carb like white bread and flour. Okay, these are refined carbohydrates. Last but not least is processed meats like luncheon meat, ham, sausages. You know, I used to love sausages, you know, especially German sausages. When they have this, you know, they have this festival that they go on in Oktoberfest or something like that, right? I normally go to the German pubs or cafes to have my normal fix of sausages. And when I was a bit younger, I was a bit naughtier lah. I drink beer as well. But ever since I come to LifeWave, I know that, oh my goodness, processed meat actually contains preservative and advanced glycation end products, AGE, which contributes to inflammation. I try my best to stop. All right. And I have never felt better. Okay. So what are the anti-inflammatory foods that can help? These are berries, turmerics, ginger, lemongrass, and fatty fish. Okay. So humans need mineral, and mineral can only be sourced from the soil. All right. So minerals, trace minerals are important also for pain relief or pain management, right? You can try avocado to increase potassium, magnesium, and copper. Banana for potassium and basically magnesium. And dark chocolate. I just got to know from Jinlong, dark chocolate increases copper. And dark chocolate helps the body increase stem cells production. Wow, from then on, my house full of dark chocolate. My wife laughed. Hiyo, because one of her favorite is also dark chocolate. So last but not least, I want to share with everyone, please try to attend all events. Okay? Because when you attend events, you can learn from or you can network with like-minded individuals. Okay? Organizational wise, you can actually network with the same line of sponsor or the same team and build your fellowship with them. Right? Regionally, when you go, like I said, I want to try to go for regional Asia Pacific trips you actually get to network, or you get to do your fellowship session with different line of sponsors, in the same region. You meet with a lot of different amazing people. And of course, global. Right? The global convention is when you are able to interact, pick the leaders' brains from different countries, how they have succeeded in building and how they have succeeded in helping other individuals regain their health. Okay, so that's the end of my presentation for tonight, and I would pass it back to our amazing MC, Mr. Chin Hua.
Thank you so much, Alfred. I think there are 154 people here. Did you all learn something? If you all learned something today, type in the chat box 111, all right, to give Alfred motivation. Yeah. So I did learn a lot tonight, a lot of things that I've heard before, I've forgotten, and then I absorb new knowledge again. Yeah. So this is what the community is all about. And don't be afraid to learn. Yeah, because life is a lifelong journey. Okay. So it's a lifelong learning journey. Yeah. All right. Thank you guys for all your support. So now we will take questions. Okay, before we end the session. There is this question right here by iPad 9. Okay, let me read it out. Hi there, to who it may concern, I am Iris, who is residing in Australia. I was introduced by a friend in Singapore who was using LifeWave X39 and Aeon. Therefore, I have been using more 3 weeks. About 2 weeks, I have slightly side effects. My question here are that I can't drink too much mineral water because my stomach is getting bloated. I'm curious why we have to eat white rice. What about Westerners? They eat more pasta and bread, not rice. Does this LifeWave build our muscle? I have diagnosed compression nerves on C4 and 5, which are pins and needles in my left arm. Hopefully, these patches will ease my pins and needles. Thank you. All right, iPad 9. Sorry, I do not know your full name. But this is Chin Hua here. So let me answer you one by one. All right. So then, okay. So you have been using about 2 weeks and you're experiencing side effects. Okay. So maybe I can unmute you, iPad 9. Let me see. iPad. Oh, is she here? iPad. Alfred, do you see the iPad 9 here?
I don't see iPad 9 anymore.
Okay. Nema, I'll still answer the question just for everyone's knowledge. All right. And basically, the patches are not medicated, number one. So there are no side effects. Side effects are only related to medicine, Western medicine, okay? Because it's chemically induced, right? So what iPad 9 is experiencing is what we call the healing reaction or healing crisis. So I wanted to unmute her to ask what is she actually experiencing, but it's okay. I hope she comes back tomorrow where Jinlong will be on. All right. So if you cannot drink too much mineral water because stomachs get bloated, what you can actually try, this is actually I tried it on a lot of people as well. When we patch it at the back of the neck, you can also don't patch it at the back of the neck, you patch it 2 fingers below your belly button and see if that bloatiness actually improves or not. Yeah. So normally, when we have this issue, bloatiness is all digestive issue, right? Just like Alfred mentioned just now, gut health is very, very important. Yeah. So if you're feeling bloated all the time, tired, no appetite and things like that, we have to take care of our gut health, right? So I'm curious why we have to eat white rice. Okay, so Jinlong actually stresses this a lot. The explanation is like this for those who are new here. So white rice actually generate qi in our gut system. Number one, white rice is easy to digest. So unlike a lot of brown rice or black rice that they claim that it's actually healthier, but actually when you actually take brown rice or black rice and things like that, it actually is harder to digest. So then when it's harder to digest, it actually causes inflammation in the gut. So we as Asians, Easterners, we have actually been eating white rice for 5,000 years. Yeah. So white rice on its own, if you just eat it on its own without protein, without veg, of course it spikes. Yeah. But white rice, if you eat it with a balanced meal, with your protein, with your fish, with your meat, and also vegetables, it won't spike as much. Okay, so this explains that when there's a spike, that means your gut is actually moving, which is good. Okay, so don't be too worried about taking white rice. Yeah, so this is something that we need to constantly remind ourselves, and we've seen a lot of improvements in people just taking white rice for 2 weeks. Okay, so whether the weight is managed better, they lose some weight, better digestion, lesser bloating, and things like that as well. Okay, so the next question is, what about the Westerners? They eat more pasta and bread, not rice. Yep, that is a very good question as well. So the Westerners were born eating that way. We were born eating another way. Okay, so it's different how our DNA is actually formed. Yeah, so then when we actually eat more white rice, it's better for Asian body. Our body is different than Westerners. Okay, so they are built that way. All right, so maybe I don't know if you have some Westerners friends, you can ask them to try white rice for 2 weeks and see what happens. Yeah, so that will be something that you can actually think of, right? So I have diagnosed compression nerves on C4 and 5, which I am having pins and needles in my left arm. Hopefully, these patches will ease my pins and needles. Okay, so what happens is that when we're using X39 and Aeon, it actually generates more blood flow to our entire system. So when there is compression nerve and pins and needle and things like that, it's because the inflammation on site is higher. So the blood flow cannot actually go through the inflammation. So in layman term, picture this, that during traffic jam, the cars cannot move. Yeah. So then we have to clear the traffic in order for the car to move. Your body is the same. So when there is enough blood flow supply and Aeon actually reduces the inflammation and pain in our entire system, all this will slowly improve over time. Yeah. So be very patient while using this technology, because you will see wonders of your own body improvements over time. Okay. I hope that answers the question. Thank you. All right. Alfred, maybe you want to get this question. What is the maximum number of patches that can be placed on the body?
Actually, to answer this question, very simple. There is no maximum number of patches that you can use, but I will not use that many. Normally, what we use, LifeWave, first of all, you have to understand that it doesn't mean that you use more patches, you will recover faster. No. It's a technology where you only need to use one and not multiple, like other supplementary products that they sell you. Oh, not enough effect, or take 2 capsules, not enough, take 4, not enough, take 8. No, it doesn't work like that, right? So most important thing is you just patch X39 behind the neck, and the only thing that you need to remember is you need to stay hydrated. Okay? Negative ion items, please stay away, and take less fruits. These are the things that you need to remember only. Okay?
Yeah, that's a very good explanation. Yeah, thank you. So remember, less, not more is better. Sometimes less is also better. Okay. So, okay, another question from Caroline Wong. My friend has scoliosis for more than 10 years. She used X39 Aeon for a few months and then stopped because she did not experience any healing yet. she could not stand or walk for more than 5 minutes, she will get pain from buttock down her legs. What patch should I suggest her to use to ease her scoliosis and pain? Okay, so Caroline, the problem with scoliosis is that the backbone actually is curved. And over time, because of age, it actually degenerates and it curves even more if we do not take care. Okay, so then when that happens, the pain is coming from the position of the backbone that is compressing our heart, our gut, and things like that. Okay, so then when she is experiencing pain, like what Alfred mentioned earlier, she can actually add on Ice Wave on top of X39 and Aeon because she has been using it for a few months, right? So then you can add on the Ice Wave. The position of the Ice Wave patches comes in brown and white, okay? So then you can place it behind lower waist, okay? So the lower waist, you can position the white patch on the right and then the brown patch on the left, okay? So then ask her to drink water and see how she feels, right? So then you can move the white patch in clockwise position. So if it's white on the right and brown on the left, that is 3 o'clock for the white patch position. You can, if let's say in 10 seconds, she feels better relief, okay? So that means it's working, all right? Your energy flow is better. Then you can actually try the 6 o'clock position, 9 o'clock position, and 12 o'clock position. So then you ask her which position gives her the best relief, and that is the sweet spot. All right. So I hope that answers your question. Okay. So Bona, yes, we can have the recording. It's actually in the Telegram group that we have. So then you can refer to your sponsor on how to access the Telegram group. Okay. So Dorothy asks Alfred, why less fruits?
Sorry?
Dorothy asks, why less fruits?
Okay. Because the energy that is expends to digest the fruits first can be put to better use, right? That's the first thing. Now, when you peel a banana and you leave it on the table, it oxidizes very fast. So when you eat fruits, your body will actually have to expend additional energy to digest the fruits first. Okay, and the additional energy can be put to better use in terms of producing more stem cells. That is number one. Number two, I think fruits contain a lot of sugar sometimes, depending on what fruits you eat. Fruits like grapes, watermelon, mango, very high sugar content, which can actually cause inflammation spike in the body. Okay, so I just want to go back to the question by Caroline Wong. She has been using X39 and Aeon for a few months and then stopped because she hasn't experienced any healing yet. Caroline, you must understand that a person goes through 5 different periods when they use LifeWave. Okay, number one is the honeymoon period where the body is nourished, functions all improve, sleeping gets better, the bowel movement gets better, spiritual and physical things get strengthened. Number two, after a certain period of usage, depending on the individual, the body will go through detoxification period. That is when the metabolism and the toxins get eliminated from the body. Sometimes we'll call it the healing crisis. The third period is the sore period. That is when the body has sufficient blood and qi circulation, actually helped by the usage of the patch, are now trying to dredge the blocked vessel and meridians, causing soreness to those old wounds that have not healed properly before. Then the body will go through what we call a burnout period. That's when the metabolism will improve. activating and eliminating toxins from the body. Some people at this point in time will feel very tired and lethargic. And the final thing is the regeneration period. This is when after a certain period, the general guide is for every 10 years of the age, they need to patch 1 month. So this regeneration period is when the body gets to regenerate new cells, physical and functional rebuilding of the body, and the body now is better and will actually be able to resume their fitness conditioning. Okay, hopefully I answered your questions, Caroline. I think if they use for a few months, depending on their age, if that person is 50 years old, they have to use at least 5 months. If they have not used 5 months, then it's a little bit too early to say lah, to see things lah. Okay, Chin Hua, back to you.
Okay, great answer. Yeah, okay. So I cannot find the recording for last Wednesday Zoom session. Actually, it's inside the Telegram group. Yeah, so you just search for the link, and then you can see that the recordings are all always there every day. Okay. So if not, then you refer to your sponsor, yeah, and they will guide you accordingly. So Florence, does magnet interfere X39? Okay, so for magnet, it doesn't interfere with X39, all right? And because the thing is that with X39, the ingredients are all organic, yeah? So, but it's best to stop using the magnet while you're using the patches to test out the full effect. Yeah, so then you know that, oh, the patches are actually working this way for you. So if let's say you use too many things at once, I see people, they use the kind of thing, the magnet, and then they use the patches and all that. So they don't know what is working for them already. Yeah. So why don't you just stop using everything and just focus on the patches for 3 months and see how your body react to it. Okay. So I have a client that have been using the infrared bed that is quite expensive. It's about 20,000, yeah, for 1 whole year. And the improvements on his inflammation and pain never improve. So I told him to stop the infrared bed and use the patches for 3 months. And he can feel that relief better and better each time. So that's why when you are actually testing something out, it's actually good to stop everything and just focus on the patching. Yeah, you will see very good results. Okay. So Dorothy, what patch should be used for someone with ringing in the ears? Okay, start with X39 in the morning for 12 hours, nighttime Aeon for 12 hours. Okay. So Dora, hi, Alfred, I've been using the patches
Hang on,
for around 4 months.
Chin Hua.
Yep.
Chin Hua, hang on. Dorothy, what Chin Hua has said for your tinnitus is very true. Please start with X39 and Aeon. Now, one thing you need to know is if this person has ringing or buzzing sound in the ear, this is usually related to kidney problem. Okay. Now, tinnitus is happening because of the previous problem, or ringing in the ears is because of the previous problems that are not solved. Okay. So during the repair of the kidney problem, ringing in the ear may occur. So if what you can do is you place a LifeWave patch on the lower part of the body, that means 2 fingers below the belly button, if necessary. You can put the X39 2 fingers below the belly button to help on the lower part of the body and with your kidney issues. Okay, Dorothy, I hope I've answered that question.
Right. Thank you, Alfred. Okay. So, yep, for Dora, okay, I've been using the patches for around 4 months, X39 Aeon daily, Ice Wave for acute pain, and now added X49 as well. Should I continue to use X49 every day? I found that a lot of my back and neck pain has subsided and I have a bit more energy. Congratulations. Yep. So the healing is taking place, yeah. So, but I'm still feeling tired, especially while driving tend to feel drowsy. Should I use energy enhancer to improve my energy levels? If so, should I use energy enhancer every day? Also, I have a friend who is experiencing menopause symptoms. Should she use SP6 and SP6 be used for weight loss? Okay, so let me first answer the first part of it. Now, Dora, so there's a formula to patch here. So depending on our age, let's say today I'm 50 years old, I use X39 and Aeon before adding on others like X49, Ice Wave, Energy Enhancer. So if you are already completed the first foundation work, which is the X39 Aeon to build your healthy stem cells and reduce inflammation, you can go ahead and try on Energy Enhancer. Yeah. So if let's say for X49 works in a way to strengthen your cognitive function, your brain, your heart, your muscles, your bones, and also your kidney function. Yeah. So that is the add-on for X49. Yeah. So you can continue to use X49 on a daily basis, provided that you have completed the X39 and Aeon cycle. Okay, so if you still feel lethargic, you can try on Energy Enhancer and see how you feel. So Energy Enhancer, you don't have to use it every single day unless you have a special condition. Yeah, so you test it on every other day and see how your body feels. Okay, so there's no hard and fast rule to say that you have to patch it every day if you are healthy. Yeah, if not, then yes, we suggest you to use more patches as well. So don't hurry on this because you are already seeing great results. Okay, so then if you want more energy, just add on Energy Enhancer. Right. So I have a friend who is experiencing menopausal symptoms. Should she use SP6? And can SP6 be used for weight loss? So if she has been using X39 Aeon already, yeah. So according to her age again, if she's 50 years old, 5 months of X39 Aeon, she can consider adding on SP6 because she would have seen some results in her overall health. Okay. So you can go ahead and do that. If not, then just start her on X39 Aeon. It's good enough. Okay. So, Bona, my friend have been using the patches now. Doctor want to do operation on her, having stones in the liver. Can you advise? Now she stopped seeing not much result. Okay, wait. Her BP rose to 300 and the doctor found the stones in her liver. I told her not to panic because Jinlong says normally the kidney is improving and working better. Okay. So, Alfred, would you like to take this?
Okay. Bona, is it?
Yeah, Bona. That's right.
Okay. I would actually try to not go for any invasive treatment if I can. If there is no pain or if the pain is manageable, I would basically not opt for invasive treatment lah. So her BP rose to 300. Okay, how old is this person? Bona, are you still around? Can I unmute you? Bona, can you unmute yourself?
Yes, Alfred, thank you. Actually, she's 78. I just went to see her today. The reason why the BP went up at night, she always check her BP and glucose. And one night it came up to be 300. So she was scared. She asked to be admitted to the hospital. And she went to the A&E. And that's where they found out that she has stone in the liver because her gallbladder has been removed earlier.
Okay.
But I told her just now that I heard that Jinlong says the kidney is improving, not to worry. If your BP went up, you just use wave at the neck, both sides of your nerves, at the neck, lower part of your neck.
Okay.
That was last Friday lah.
Okay, when she has this BP thing,
Hi. Yeah.
does she feel dizzy or does she have any headache?
No lah, I think she just panic lah. You know, old people when the BP went up suddenly, and then doctor cannot do the operation now because she's on statin. because she has heart
I
problem
see.
and she's too
So,
old. So that's why
so
I try to advise her to avoid the invasive operation. That's what you said just now lah.
yeah,
I
yeah,
asked her
yeah.
to come in, but she's not free to come in lah.
Okay,
She still
Bona,
look after grandchildren.
Bona,
Yes.
I need to
Yeah.
understand the BP is 300. What is the bottom
Mm-hmm.
number?
Yelah, I do not know lah. I mean she only told me the upper part lah. The lower part I don't know how many lah. Maybe 90, but not 100 lah. I think below 100 lah.
Okay. Last time, what was her BP?
I think quite normal lah. Only at night. She normally at night she will check her insulin. I mean her sugar and BP. If it's high, she will do some exercise or whatever lah. But there are a few times lah. I think twice her BP went up, stood up high. She was frightened lah. She panicked lah. I think.
Okay. When she has a high BP, does the blood sugar level go up as well?
I think I'm not sure. I didn't ask her on that.
Yeah.
Because when
Okay.
by the time I got her, she was already in the hospital.
I see.
She told me
Okay. So,
I asked her if she was.
when we experience this is actually a short-term high blood pressure increase. You just
Yeah,
ask
correct.
her if you get to see her whether her blood glucose level is high or not.
Normal.
Now, when
Yeah.
this happens, does she have a history of hypertension?
Yes,
Okay.
she has
So when
hypertension
she has a
also.
history of hypertension, when you use the patch, okay, the patch will actually activate a blood circulation, okay, and enhance liposis of the blood vessel, okay, and this may cause a higher blood pressure in the blood capillaries,
Reading.
but this is only for short term, okay. So
That's
she
why I
need
told
to
her
help
to.
herself, Bona.
Yeah,
Okay, she
I'm
needs to
listening.
help
Sorry.
herself eliminate, try to cut down on sugar. Now, why this thing happens, why her BP goes up is because the body is trying to eliminate residual sugar, okay, which leads to hyperglycemia, meaning the higher blood pressure.
Hyperglycemia.
The
Yeah
blood
lah,
pressure
higher.
will
Yeah.
resume the normal level after the excessive fat and sugar is eliminated.
But for your information, Alfred, she's using all sugar, you know. It's not the white sugar or the brown sugar.
Correct.
She used the O
Correct.
sugar, sugar O.
But
Has
there
got no
is
calorie.
still
And she has been patching for over a year.
okay.
She's already a
Can
manager in lifewave.
can I answer your question, Bona?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'm
So
listening. Sorry.
yeah. What happens is now the body is trying to get rid of the excess sugar that is still in the body, meaning she still have excessive sugar in the body. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
So that's why the elimination of residual sugar is leading to short-term higher blood pressure.
Glycemia
So
lah.
you need to check
Hypoglycemia.
with her whether the blood
Yeah.
pressure is causing her any headache or dizziness or not. And
Yeah.
best is you know the bottom number. If she is 70 over years old, the bottom number would be between 85 to 90, 95. That is normal.
Yeah, not exceeding 100 lah.
300 is the top number, is it?
Yeah lah. Yeah.
Yeah. At her age, 70 plus, the top number is not so important. Look at the bottom number.
No, okay. Okay, I
Yeah.
will answer that. Okay,
Okay.
thank you
Thanks,
very much,
Bona.
Alfred, for your. Yeah, Alfred, one more thing before you leave. I do not
Yeah.
know why. I have been patching also almost 2 years. And so far so good lah. But only lately, when I don't use socks or long pants when I sleep, I keep on sneezing like sinus like that.
You keep on
Non-stop.
what?
Especially having sneezing.
Ah, okay.
Is it because of the cold? Because maybe I switch on the fan because of the weather?
Okay. If you have sneezing or if you have, do you have nasal bleeding?
No.
Do you have
I had
smelly
sinus
nasal
before.
secretion?
No.
Okay. Now, do you have sinus last time?
Long time already, more than 10 years.
Okay. So when you use the patches, sometimes the oscillating effect will come back. Okay. So
Oh, I
since
see.
you have a history of nasal cavity problems as well as
Mm-hmm.
sinus, okay,
Mm-hmm.
so the patch will actually come back and actually try to heal your sinus once and for all.
Oh, I see. I guess that's much
Yeah,
lah. It's
yeah.
because healing crisis normally it was sometimes it's early, sometimes later part of your using the LifeWave patches lah. So far, I use the
So
LifeWave patches. So far, so good.
yeah. So do you have any nasal bleeding?
No.
Yeah. So when you sneeze or you have
Watery
some
only.
or when you
Mucus and
sneeze or you
watery.
have some kind
Uh-huh.
of nasal issues, right? It
Mm-hmm.
is a common occurrence during the healing of nasal problems. Okay, this is
Oh,
due
I
to the
see.
activation of the blood and the qi circulation and the nerve cells in the nose.
Oh, I see. Uh-huh.
Mm.
The other time I tried to use ice wave on my cheek, but it doesn't work.
Nah. Okay, so probably you can still use ice wave on the cheek, like how the
Mm-mm.
thing is shown on the book that Jinlong has
Yeah,
done. You know,
yeah, yeah.
maybe you try it for a few times, then you see how it helps you or
It
not.
works. Yeah, okay.
Okay,
Yeah, thank you very much, Alfred. I appreciate. Thank you so
okay,
much.
no problem. Okay, Chin Hua, to you.
Okay, we got the question from iPad 9. She wasn't around
iPad 9
earlier.
again.
Yep. So I will answer this question. Okay. So, all right. Okay, so you have been going through this issue for needles and pains for 5 months. You started using the patches 4 weeks ago. Okay. Maybe I'll unmute you, iPad 9. Okay, just let me ask a couple of questions. Hello. May I know your name? A minute. Hello, are you there? Okay, let me just answer Dora's question first. Hi, Chima. Thanks for answering my question, except for my last question, which you missed out. Can SB6 be used for weight loss? Hello? Hello, iPad 9. Hi, can I get your name? Your name? Okay. All right, never mind. I'll go ahead and answer Dora's question first. Can SB6 be used for weight loss? Okay. So SB6 is to curb your appetite. Okay, how it works is that it actually helps you to not eat so much. Okay. But it's a 50-50 thing because some people when they patch SB6, they actually put on more weight. Yeah. So you have to be very mindful as well when you're using SP6. Okay. So it's not my favorite patch, but it worked on a lot of people as well. Okay. So you have to try. And if you patch SP6 and you feel hungry, which you shouldn't, you have to feed yourself with the right nutrition, not junk food. The reason why people put on weight is because when they are hungry, they start to snack. Yeah. So then this is the problem. And it also helps to regulate hormones and also your blood sugar level. Yeah. So if you know how to use it correctly, it's actually very powerful. With X39 and Aeon alone, you can already feel that you're building more muscles and managing weight better. Yeah. So SP6 for me, I don't really use it that much on my people as well. Okay. So then but you can go ahead and experiment it yourself and see how you feel, because everyone feels differently for SP6. All right. Okay. iPad 9, I'm just going to answer your question. So, yes, LifeWave X39 and Aeon will help to ease your pins and needles over time, right? So you've been only using for about 2 weeks, okay? So then, what are you experiencing when you said that you have side effects while using the patches? Number one, okay? So if your stomach feels bloated, if you need to drink a lot of water, what you do is your X39, don't patch it behind here. You can patch it 2 fingers below your belly button, okay? So get the diagram from your sponsor. They will know where the point exactly. So I'm curious why we have to eat white rice. Okay, so this is a very good question. As we are Asians, we've been eating white rice for 5,000 years. Yeah, so we are built that way. And basically, studies shows that if we eat white rice alone, our sugar level will spike very high, which is, it makes sense because it's all carbo. But if you eat it together with vegetables and your protein, like your fish or meat and all that, your sugar level should not spike so much as high. So it's a balanced meal. And white rice is actually very good for our digestive system, as opposed to brown rice, black rice, which is more harder for us to digest. And when it's hard to digest while you're eating black rice, brown rice, which is claimed to be healthy, what happens is that it causes inflammation in your gut system. And that is the root cause to all diseases. So stick to white rice, try it out for 2 weeks and see how you feel. We have a lot of users while using the patches. They actually take white rice together with their proteins and vegetables, and for 2 weeks they see major improvements, whether it's regulating their sugar level for diabetics or whether they are also having very good weight management. Okay, so some of them even lost weight. So try that for 2 weeks and see how you feel. Okay, so then with your compression nerve is basically inflammation in your nerves. Okay, so what X39 and Aeon can do, X39 stimulates your blood flow to all your organs, including your nerves and arteries and things like that, yeah, for better blood flow. So Aeon clears off the inflammation that is causing by your compression. Yeah, so over time you'll feel better reliefs and you will see improvements. So so I always tell people that you have to be very patient while you're using this technology, because this is a long-term use thing. Yeah. So there's no such thing as quick fix, and you know those medical injections and all that is only temporary fix. So what we are doing here is internal healing, and it actually benefits you when you are older. Okay. So be very patient and just stick with X39 and Aeon. All right. I hope that answers your question. Okay. So it's 10 p.m. and we have answered all questions, and we would like to end this with announcement. I want to thank everybody here for being here tonight with us, and I hope you guys enjoyed the session. And there is so much to learn from everybody when you ask questions as well. Yeah. So Alfred, you're gonna show the announcement, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Great. So upcoming, what we have, very exciting. LifeWave is a very exciting company. Keep us young and also healthy. Yeah. So we have Rain or Shine, 2 p.m. business opportunity presentation at Jinlong's office in Old Klang Road. Okay. So this is something that we do every single day, unless there is special events by the company. We don't have. So Monday to Sunday, Mandarin and English. Get this from your sponsor and come and learn. Okay, so next. Okay, so we still have this promotion that is ending on the 24th of August. When you spend $299 USD or more, you get a free energy enhancer that's worth 300 ringgit. Yeah, so then this is something not to be missed out as well if you guys are looking to use energy enhancer to boost your energy. Okay, so next, what do we have? All right, and this is ongoing. Help your people to rank up as managers to help them to get more income to subsidize the usage of the patches. And basically, this is an ongoing promotion. So speak to your sponsors; they will be able to advise you accordingly. Yeah. So this is for limited time only. Yeah, ending 1st of September, and of course we have this coming up on the 27th of September, where I will be sharing the stage with Sifu Lawrence Chan, Ma Yiqing, and also Shanky. So this is a combination of what we are actually sharing, the LiveWave technology and the business opportunity as well. Yeah. So we only have 500 tickets. So speak to your sponsor to get the tickets as soon as possible. Yeah. So then we'll see you there on the 27th of September. Ticket price is 30 ringgit with free gifts. Yeah. So this will be in Courtyard Marriott in Puchong South. Okay. Okay, and the last announcement: win a trip to meet David Smith in Tokyo. I think this is everybody's dreams. Everyone's dream for us to meet our hero figure, the man that make it happen for all of us, and he's such a noble man. Okay. So if you all don't know, he's a CEO, founder, and world-class scientist. Okay. So then have this chance to meet him. It could be your lucky ticket. All right. And yes, we have the cruise incentive coming up, actually departing from Hong Kong in January next year. Yeah. So speak to your sponsor to also be eligible to qualify for this luxurious cruise. Okay. So then there are terms and conditions, and everyone can do this. Why not be healthy, have fun, and make money at the same time? Is the best combination. All right. What's next? Okay, so one last video before we end. All right. And this will be the conference in Anaheim this year in California. Let's take a look. A short video. Right, how exciting is this company? Yeah, so share the light, be the light, and always spread awareness to your people and those that you love. All right, so with this, we end our session. Thank you so much. And from the Super Wednesday team, Mr. Alfred, myself, Pochu, and Mr. Lingam, we say thank you and see you guys next week. Have a good one. Take care.